Donald, first of all, congratulations. How do you feel to have taken the women's manager role?
Brilliant. I'm really excited. It's my first managerial role, first time that manager's title is going to be after my name, and do you know what, I think it's a fantastic opportunity. You know, we've got the foundations of a really good setup starting here, and it's something I'm really excited to continue on.
Of course, it is your first management role, like you mentioned, but obviously you've learnt so much from your time in football. And what can you take into this role, Donald?
I think experience at a number of different clubs in a number of different situations as well. So obviously I've got quite a lot of experience in the women's game, having been at Glasgow City for a number of years. You know, European football, that quarter-final run obviously will always live well in the memory. But also my time I spent at Airdrie with, you know, understanding a bit more about the workings of a club and the different challenges that you face, because obviously that, you know, it wasn't plain sailing during that period. And I think obviously coming into this club, Eddie and I had to build it from the ground up, and so the key thing is that I get to continue that, and I'm looking forward to it.
How important do you think it is, Donald, that you mentioned that you have been here from that stage of building it up, and now that you are going to be taking this team forward?
I think the continuity is going to be a massive part of us. You know, obviously we've had success this year. You know, just at the weekend we've won the league, so I think being able to continue that on is something that's really important to me, because you know, like I say, I don't like leaving a job half done, and I think that's exactly where we are right now. You know, great start to it, but there's an awful lot more to come from that group of players in the dressing room, and hopefully from me and the rest of the coaching staff as well.
You allude nicely into my next question. I was going to ask you about the long-term future, but let's look at the immediate future. Of course, the league has been wrapped up, but there's still that cup run to come. How are you looking, feeling forward?
100%. So, you know, this club knows all about cup runs, as last season will prove. So I think it's an exciting time. You know, cup competitions are very different from the league. The league's about consistency, and sometimes you do need that grind. Sometimes you need to rely on goal difference. You know, there's loads of different factors to it. For cup runs, it's that one-off chance. You know, if you slip up over 90 minutes, then you're out of the cup. So we need to make sure that we don't let having won the league fairly early on in the campaign affect the potential we've got in that cup competition. We've got a very tough quarter-final tie. You know, our first game back after the summer break was against St Johnstone, and you know, we snuck through that one, if I'm honest. So we need to make sure we're right at it and we're ready to go. And you know, what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Now looking a bit further forward, of course, that league title was in the bag. Looking to SWPL 1, and of course everything that comes with it, recruitment and things like that. Yep. Looking forward, what are you thinking? I
think the key thing is we're not going up there to be cannon fodder. You know, there's absolutely no value, and you know, having spoken to Alan and stuff like that, my ambitions and the club's ambitions are not for us to go up and then come straight back down. So we need to go up there. I will need to recruit well. I guess the key thing is I've got a really strong foundation. You know, if I can create an environment that makes the players want to stay here, and we can then continue that forward, we'll have, like I say, that continuity that I bring at this stage of the season. Hopefully with maintaining the majority of the playing squad allows us to take that continuity into next season, plus adding one or two maybe players with that Premier League experience and that sort of thing. Then we go up out there with the aims of being, you know, a very competitive team.
Yeah, and of course recruitment can be a challenge, of course, and you seem very assured being at a club here like Motherwell that things do look bright going forward.
I think, you know, the biggest thing players want is they want to feel valued, and I think as long as we can get that right at this club, then the attraction will be there. We're going on the crest of a wave. You know, things are looking good when people look from the outside in. I think they'll see positive things at this club, so hopefully that's something that I can then impress to the players I do target and try and bring in. The other thing is that, you know, the women's game, you rely a lot on the relationships that people have with other players and with other coaches and all that sort of thing. So if we can leverage the sort of goodwill of other players, then hopefully that will help us out there as well.
Well, Donald, we all, from everyone at the club, wish you all the very best for the future.
Very much appreciated, thank you.